Makes about $700,000 a year in Canada. Austin got him, his wife Wanda. Then I saw, I think it was Gus Gonzalez and Johanna, just went over $1 million a month or two ago. In fact, they're doing my school in October in Austin, Texas area. They're going to come and speak. Both of them are great speakers. Then I have Danny Chamorro. I saw Danny at the OSJ meeting. He and his wife Ada. I just did his breakout session right now. They're in the way over here right now. It's going to be awesome. And then we have Fernando Torres. I think he's at $700,000 or $800,000 a year. I'm not sure exactly, but he and his wife will be here at the very end of the thing. And then I have one more.
Ursula Chavez.
Listen, they had them as our guest speakers back in, was it October? Was it last year? I forgot what month, but listen, the good news is this. So, Ursula was there early. George's flight was delayed. I don't know why, but it was delayed till the next day. So we had Ursula for like the whole Friday, and she did a phenomenal job, man. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me better now? Yeah. And so anyway, Ursula tore it up, man. Are they already here in the room? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, y'all gonna be our first speakers, George. Okay. Listen, guys. I'm so fired up. A lot of you guys are new. How many of y'all are? This is your first convention. Raise your hand. Hold on. Let me tell you one thing. All right, again, if it's your first convention, raise your hand, please. Winner.
Wow.
Keep it up, keep it up.
Okay, one more time. First convention. That's important, folks. Raise your hand if you have people on your team that are not here at this convention, but they should have been at this convention. Yes or no? Yes. I got plenty back in Austin who didn't come. It blows my mind, and this is the excuse that I got from them. That, Carlos, you know, my business is not doing well right now. Hello, that's the reason why you gotta come to the convention. Because you're broken and you need to be repaired. You're mentally broken, right? Your mindset is everything, folks. And so it blows my mind. Yet all the people who have momentum are here, right? Because they want to get better. Is that awesome or what? Right? So listen, man, if this is your first convention, you are so blessed. I'm walking around the city here in the area, and I'm seeing all these new people with their tags. And I see they're like riding bushy tail. They're like new little babies in the woods, man. Just wow, and not in a good way. And I want to let y'all know if you're new tonight. Listen, 27 years ago, Mary and I came to our first convention 27 years ago. It was just her and I. We had no team. It was just us two. But it was a team of two, okay? A team of two. And we came in and we saw these giants, the Coobs and the Jimmy Myers and the Shane Goodmans and the Hickel Lamarcks. And it was amazing. We thought, could we ever be that good? And then in 04, we got our SNSD promotion. We have our own breakout sessions, right? Become multi-millionaires in the last 27 years. You have no idea how amazing that is. It all started though back 27 years ago, just like you are right now. We come to these conferences and we take notes, and we're like sweating, man. I want to take this home. How many of you guys are new? New? How many of you already written some stuff down you can take home and win with? Yes or no? Is it awesome? But let me just tell you the way life works, okay? When you get back home, some of these ideas you've heard are not going to work right away. I don't want you to get discouraged. Because the devil, that's how he gets to us, is discouragement. There's two types of courage. Encouragement and discouragement. You understand that? And the devil's good. He's the biggest deceiver, the great deceiver he's called. So don't you ever pay attention to negative people, opinions. People are going to give you opinions about yourself here, yes or no? Yeah. Opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody's got one, they all stink, yes or no? Okay? Opinions mean nothing. I was sharing with Tomorrow's team earlier. When I was a pharmacist, folks, the #1 disease I saw at the pharmacy was not hypertension, not diabetes, not asthma, not cancer, not AIDS. It was excusitis. A swelling of the excuse gland.
No excuses!
Right? And now you can make money or excuses, but you can't do both, folks. I'm so proud of you guys are here today. I know some of y'all went through some tough times being here. Some of y'all like have no money in your bank account when you get home, right? Some of y'all probably borrowed money from relatives already texting you, when are you going to pay me back? You just got here, right? Some of you guys have your bills on top of your table, your credit card bills, your mortgage, your rent, your TV bill, and you know you don't have the money because you're using it for this and that, and you wonder how you're going to figure it out. Let me tell you, you'll figure it out. Somehow, some way, you will figure it out. Don't you worry about that this week. This week, just worry about immersing your mentality, your mindset on success, on hearing people win and how they did it. Think about the possibilities. You know, Helen Keller was asked if there's anything worse than being blind. She says, yes, having sight but no vision. You understand it, folks? You guys are here. You have vision, right? So, and a few things to share with Tomorrow's #1, folks. You know, he asked me to share with y'all. What's the 3 things that I believe that anybody can take from here and work with, right? #1, you already taking notes? #1 is focus on DDR, which stands for double-digit recruiting. Double-digit recruiting. You know, it's funny, when I talk to my team, they don't really take notes, but I talk to Tomorrow's the first thing notes. It blows my mind how many people in my hierarchy, they just take us for granted sometimes, which blows my mind. Listen, you used to write it down. You got guys on your team looking at you. You don't take notes, why should they take notes from you? The way you treat your uplines, the way your down's gonna treat you. You don't know that, right? You cannot fool people. It's just the way it is, right? Let me tell you, folks, 10 recruits a month is the fastest way from the outhouse to the big house. Do you understand that, folks? When my daughter Carly was born, my daughter Carly, she's 24 now. When she was born in January of 93, she was born at 1 pound. Oh, was it 94? 93, right? Sorry. January 93. She was born at 1 pound 6 ounces. Can you hear me or not? I'm already kissing this thing. Okay. Is this better? Yes. All right. I'm gonna try to do it better. I can't be all wild now. All right. When Carly my first daughter was born at 1 pound 6 ounces back in '93, folks. It was in January '93. My Hierchy did about 1 recruit at 3,600 in premium. And when Carly came out of the hospital at 4.5 pounds, that was in April of '93. I knew this. Mary had to quit her job as a teacher, right? And I had to make up her income. Plus, I was a farmer, so I had to make up my income. Obviously, I had a job. The only way I could make up her income was in Primerica. Carly came out in April of '93, and the only way I could do it is by DDR. Not focus on sales, focus on building a business. So in May of '93 was our first time we DDR, double-digit recruited, and we never stopped since. 5 months later, we were doing 20 by 20 in the base shop. 2 months after, we're doing 30 by 30. As a regional leader with a full-time job, as a pharmacist working 44 hours, I cannot relate with people who are full-time in Primerica right now. RVPs are below or above, and you can't do 30 by 30 and you're full-time. What the heck are you thinking about? Your parents need you right now. Your kids need you to go win. Does that make sense, folks? I know how to work. I'm going to be the smartest guy in the world, but I know how to freaking outwork people. So number 1 is DDR. Does that make sense? Yes. And I want to make sure how long you have to do that. Number 1, forever, right? But DDR for 18 months in a row. When our company has a statistic, when you double-digit recruit for 18 months in a row, you make $100 grand a year. Is that pretty good? Yes. Now, for America, 100 grand is like welfare, okay? It's a joke, by the way. In the real world, 100 grand, oh my God, that's a lot of money. But in Primerica, it's like, wait a minute, you have no diamonds on your ring? What's wrong with you? Are you sick? Do you want some, Tienda Hierba Buena? What's going on here? You have a milk tea? What do you need? What's wrong? Salmon cake, whatever. And they want to give you a tip, like, here's $5, man, go feed your kids, right? Right? In other words, folks, in Primerica, we have high standards. Is that the way it's supposed to be? Yeah. You know, I got my diamonds on my ring, and I walk around like I don't want to show anybody. I'm not at $1 million yet. It's embarrassing. By the way, you shouldn't be embarrassed, but my point is, I believe this. The $1 million ring now today is the new $100,000 level now. $1 million a ring now is the ring level. I'm serious, which is awesome, right? Folks, if your company made 100 grand a year, you'd be the highest paid person in your job, right? Not Primerica, folks. Or like they say back home, Primerica. Number 2, you gotta be coachable to your leader. Number 2, be coachable to your upline. Be coachable to your RVP. Be coachable, don't be chokeable. Okay? What do you mean by that? Some people in our new recruits, they just want to choke them. Luis, I'm sure that never happened to you. Everybody listens to you all the time and all that stuff. But in my big shop, I have people that question everything. It's funny, at the job, they never question their boss. When they join Primerica, we're going to show them how to win, Ivan, and they want to question everything. Isn't that blowing you away? That blows my mind. Right. Let me teach you right now one important thing why you can be trustworthy with your upline and be coachable. Because when we joined Primerica, folks, my upline was Jim Spillane, right? Who just passed away. He's like my second father. He just passed away last summer. It was amazing, but he taught me this business, right? And this is what I figured out about Jim. If Jim ever lied to me on purpose, I would quit Primerica. Do you understand that? Think about your upline. If your upline ever lies to you on purpose, wouldn't you quit? Probably. I would, right? Now they're gonna make mistakes. Luis isn't perfect. Hugo isn't perfect, right? Yvonne, I'm not perfect. Mary isn't perfect. But as long as we leave with our heart, that's all that really matters. Y'all understand that, folks? So I knew this. Jim might not be perfect. He calls up them to run the play. If it doesn't work out, I know that he would never do it on purpose because he overrides me. Why would he ever hurt me on purpose and if he misses out on overrides? Right. Does that make sense? Yeah. So trust your coaches. Be coachable, not chokeable. Yeah. Number 3, never, never, never quit. You know, Winston Churchill said, He did the shortest commencement speech in the history of colleges back in I think it was in the 40s. All he did, now people said he was drunk at the time, so we're not sure if he liked his liquor, but supposedly he went to the podium and he looked to the right, looked to the left, looked to the center, here's what he said: never, never, never quit. That's the shortest convention speech in the history of colleges, folks. Let me tell you about Primerica. That is so true in our business, right? Persistence breaks resistance. Right. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Yes or no? Yeah. Right? So listen, folks, I could have quit many times in Primerica. Mary could have quit many times in Primerica, but we kept on, we persevered. And we went through ups and downs, we went through heartbreaks. People quitting, you love on them, you treat them good, and they still quit. You do the best job for you when people don't talk bad about you, when you blow my mind. You give them your heart, you open up your house to them, you do everything for them, they still backstab you sometimes. That's going to happen, folks. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Because you'll eventually build a team. Right. And the cream will rise to the top. You understand that, right? Right. So listen, guys, I'm gonna start opening up to all the speakers here. We're so blessed. We made some very good friends with George and Ursula. You guys, first of all, thank you for joining us. We're familia here, okay? If you're in the Ursula and George team, raise your hand. Thank you all for being here. We're familia. We're all one big happy family, man. Yeah, we compete, but we still love each other, right? Right. Yeah. And you guys are in Maryland, is that correct? Yeah. We're in Texas, so we kind of don't compete, but you know how it is, right? But when we get closer and closer, we're going to compete one day. Right now, I'm not at the level that George and Ursula are in the base shop, but I'm working to make that happen so that I make him better, he makes us better, right? And Ursula and stuff. But listen, I'm gonna open up to them, maybe like 20 minutes, right? Because they're gonna probably be the most out of all the speakers. Okay, y'all know I have Fernando Torres coming in. I got the Chamorros, but these guys are gonna have the longest time. And again, let me tell you why. Because they're doing the right things. It's about recruiting. It's about building. I believe they have some RLs too. They're already appointed to speak as well. They're doing 20 by 20, 30 by 30, 40 by 20. RLs. Is that amazing or what? Not RVPs. Regional leaders. Is that freaking amazing? Yeah. If they can do it, why not you, right? So, out for the incredible Jordan Ursula Chavez. Come on here, guys.